Hello everybody, welcome back. We are back in Final Fantasy XI, and oh boy, let's get working on it. So, I hope everyone's doing well, and I hope you are ready for an evening of fun and some finishing notes. So, last time, when we got around playing the game, we started working on the final quests to finish up the Zalart and Promathia quest chains, but we ran into a snag. So, as we went through them, we realized we had to stop because we actually had to wait for like a whole another hour to continue on with the next quest. I didn't want to do that, so we went off and started Treasures of Argon. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to go back to that. We're going to go back to the quest line that we were doing, and we're going to work on that now. So, let me see here. We're going to be back in Juno, and we're going to talk to Eshnatarl. So, I believe what we did, we defeated Bahamut last time. So, oh, she came to meet us out here. Jeth, there is someone I would like you to meet. Please come this way. Although, I have a fair idea what's going on. I'm surprised to find a Zalardian with a level head on her shoulders. There are 4 Mother Crystal locations: the Crag of Hala, the Crag of Dem, the Crag of Nia, and the ruins of Ozai. Our investigation into the emptiness surrounding these locations has produced some unusual readings. We put together a research team equipped with the latest weapons designed to combat the emptiness, and sent them to Ozai. You wouldn't guess who they encountered. The ruins of Ozai are under Tenshoto authority. Technically speaking, your researchers were trespassing. Brenna has wandered down there like she's been guided by something. I found this at the place where I was drawn. Apparently belonged to a god known as Raugrim. I'm sure you remember the name. Brenna was once the receptacle for the memories of the Shadow Lord. There must be some reason behind her behavior. Similar readings have been recorded from the emptiness found deep below the crags of Hala, Dem, and Mia. We have marked the points where the fluctuations were the strongest. I would like to entrust the investigation of these areas to you, Jedith. If my intuition on what lies out there is correct, we'll make some fascinating discoveries indeed. You're a brave soul, Jedith. You'll never catch me in that awful place again. Once is more than enough. Please be careful. We'll be praying for your safe return. So, we are back to the Dems. Oh boy. We're back to the Crags, not the Dems. Key item. We have a note written by Eshnatarl. It actually tells us some interesting stuff. Okay, so let's see here. We need to go to... Actually, just go ahead and just run down here. Okay, we need to go out to where? We'll go ahead and run out to the hall first, I think. So, by looking ahead, it looks like we have another kind of quest buffer of we have to wait. After we finish this quest, we have to make sure we zone out from the cutscene and wait for the next in-game day. I'm hoping that we can kind of hit it towards the end of a day, so we don't have to wait so long, and we can get the cutscene again. Otherwise, it's going to be a matter of running off and doing Autogon stuff and then coming back. Depends on how quickly we can get this done. So. Thankfully, getting to the crags is fairly easy. Okay, so apparently we have to go to when the memory flux is on the 4th floor. So we have to run all the way through. We're basically running through these all over again. Which is really annoying, but however, this time we will have a map, because I went back and got more map stuff. So, I also am a little wiser to what's actually in here, so we will take our time and actually make our way around. I didn't know what if or when we'd have to come back to this area, so I'm glad I went and got the maps. Maps weren't particularly hard. Thank goodness. A little annoying, but not bad. Give me a second here. I want to just double check what we have for the reach-in. Okay, while we're doing these today, it is probably wise to activate those so we can get those done and get whatever rewards we get out of those. That's the Apex stuff. Okay, so we need to go this way. One smack. It's done. Good. I actually think I want to go ahead and put on the warp ring, actually. I'm hoping that this part will be relatively quick, all things considered. And it doesn't look like that was the one. Okay. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to look up something really quick. Go. Okay. Run all the way over to our memory flux, which I think is on the far side of the section of the map. Now I'm trying to remember where the apex enemies are, because I have to go around them at some point. I don't remember where they are over here. I think they're in this middle section here. Maybe. That's the sad thing about these maps. Even though they look really nice, it doesn't tell me where the apex are. That makes me want to go and try and edit them myself. I don't know how to do that, though, so... I'd imagine that somewhere in the game files there's the image of the map, and it's not marked as it needs to be, but when there, just add a little bit of a kind of a red layer that It's like, here are the apex. Okay, so wait. Why did that not just... Maybe I'm at the wrong area. Oh, because this isn't the memory flex. Oh, this is the map item thing. That's what I'm remembering. Okay. Oh, look, someone here. These also don't show you where the memory fluxes are, so you have to take kind of a guess. Okay, and there's our key item. Oh, do warp. I think this is gonna warp me back to Ottergon. That's okay though. We need to do a Unity warp either way to go to Dem. Here, we'll go ahead and do this then. Let's do our home point here, because this will make it easier to come back here. All right. yanked back into the into the Underdark. I'm hoping that we can finish up the other 2 areas before Earth Day ends and go get our cutscene before Earth Day ends. Yeah, Earth Day ends, so we can just immediately go off with it. So. I'm on the clock, so let's see if we can do it. Oh, back off, would you? There we go. Not here. Keep my eyes open for those apex. So another thing that I did is I went through Ottergon, and remember how we had to go through the staging point? We went to one of them. I went ahead and ran to all the other ones, and a couple of them were doozies to get to. My goodness. The one in Arapago Reef was a trek. That took a while to get to. But all those locations we'll get to at some point, I'm sure, in the story, so. The music in here is very sobering. It's just quiet and lilting and haunting. Yeah. One over here. No. On to the next one. There's our apexes. Let's stay away from them. So apparently I hit it, but didn't, like, make any contact in the way that you normally would. There we go. Taking just a moment there. Getting me worried. I believe the memory flux is like right there, so. Okay, there we go. Okay. And off to Mia. I believe Mia we can do through the book. I mean, theoretically, I could just put White Mage as my sub job, and I could just warp myself there. Eh. Yeah, close enough. Okay. I do wish that some of the music would actually be in some of the areas. It's really boring to run through an area like this and have no music in the background. I wonder if that was because of a limitation of the PS2, kind of the limitations that the system had. You couldn't have as much music, so they decided to cut it out of some of the big areas. Because it seems rather odd not to be able to play a song in some of these areas. Here we go. Third time's the charm. Here we go. Yoink. Hangnail again. There we go. Now, route's the one all the way out there, probably. If I had to guess. I do wonder now. Even so, I've gotten better gear. I wonder if I actually checked an Apex Predator out here, what it would look like. If it would be still incredibly tough or something like that, or not. Oh no. If I get a chance to run past one of them, I should probably do that. Incredibly tough. Okay, so definitely higher than what I'm currently wielding right now. And I wonder if that will always be like that. So because of my gear right now, I am 119. I think these come out to like 130s or something like that. They're actually really tough. So I could probably survive an Apex with a full set of trusts and stuff like that. I'm still missing a trust slot because I haven't gotten to the point where I unlock it. We'll get there eventually. I did end up asking my LS if people ended up farming the Apex guys in the Prometheans, and they said no, not really. There's kind of better options. Go ahead and link up a bunch of strays. I think that's the thing I hate the most about Samurai. You have no AoE. It's very structured on singular targets. There is no AoE weapon skill with Great Katana. I think the next option you would have would probably be Polearm, but I don't remember if Polearm has any sort of AoE. I believe we've got to run ourselves all the way over there. Pardon me. Okay, it's 3 of the 4. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Come back to the book. What is this giant staff this guy has? Holy cow. Renin's staff. Oh, okay. My goodness. Okay, then we have to warp ourselves over to Aragandi. Oily Concertina, welcome to the chat. Though I am fairly certain you are not a real person. Is this the right one? I think this is the right one. Or is it the one that I have to go all the way up to get? I don't remember. It's not the right one. Okay, let's run back up. Yep, there she goes. got around to that one. At least it's not nearly as bad as going down to the tower number 1. Still annoying. One way or another. Ah, looks like that's Seth. Come on in, come on in. Getting yawns tonight. Don't like when I get yawns on stream. Is this the way to get to it? I'm trying to remember. Oh, I don't even have to come back here. Oh, never mind. I guess I got into my head that I had to come back to Vazel. I don't. I only have to go to the 3. Well, sheesh. Still has a few minutes on it, though. And that's okay. That honestly is okay. I don't mind that. That just means less that I have to do. Perfect. Okay, time to get back to Rulood Gardens and have this cutscene. Okay, we should be able to walk right through here and have our cutscene. So these are what were causing such unusual activity within the emptiness. I feel the aura of those who return to the Mother Crystals. Nagmalada, Eldnar, and even Archduke Kamlanov. Could it be possible that these entities are attempting to break back into this world? Will they return as they once were, or as something more sinister? Jeth, we must put a stop to this. These reincarnations are beings that have been chosen by the emptiness. I fear the power will be beyond any race that has walked Vanadil. Go, prepare yourself for battle, then return to me here. Let us raise the curtain on the final conflict. Okay, so, according to the Apocalypse Nigh, you must zone and wait until the next game day after completing the previous quest. So, we have to wait until the next day. We shall go do that. So, this means that we will go ahead and we're going to do a small hop, skip, and jump over to Ottergon. Western Ottergon. Ottergon White. Let's go ahead and grab this one. Yeah. Go ahead and swap over the web pages here. Okay. So the last thing that we did in Ottergon is we went and talked about and got the assault activity unlocked. And I have since gone and ran a couple of assault things myself. Nothing really jumps out. Nothing really jumped out. It was just a go and clear out a zone, more or less. So nothing amazing, honestly. Go ahead and get our sanction back refreshed. Okay. The next thing that we need to do is we need to get our Mog Locker unlocked, as well as a couple other things. So, we need to find someone called Hakaroon. I believe it's a Kakiran. Kakaroon, here he is. So this is a Kakirin. You guys know them from Final Fantasy XIV. As far as I know, they first showed up here. Kakaroon got cheap info, yeah? You got big gear, Kakaroon got big info. Go ahead and pay him 1,000 gil. And we should get a cutscene. Well, I traded it to him, and he didn't do anything. Here, let's make this a little easier. So, one way that we get coins is that we go talk to a particular NPC. It's not hard to do, but I believe you can also break down money that you get from him down into other currencies. Ugrid is his name. Now we have a mithril piece that we got. Can't trade him. There's supposed to be somebody you can talk to who can actually break down higher tier into lower tier. I don't know where though. Okay, I would like to have an Imperial Bronze piece, please. Just one. Will do. Cost me 20 credits. So when I went and did the assaults, I ended up getting assault points, which are used for the items from assault, as well as getting some sanction. So I've got Imperial credit as well. And then that becomes a virtual current that turns into a physical currency, like the coins. Okay, let me go ahead and trade the... bronze piece to him. Something's not right, because... Oh, I think we need to talk to... Oh, I think we need to talk to... Naja again. I think that's what's going wrong. Because we talked about assault stuff, but I don't think we went to Naja again to kind of get that fixed up. I think that's what we're missing. There we go. Oh ho, well, if it isn't Jedith. How you been? Getting used to the way things are done around here? You're in luck, because I happen to be in a pretty good mood today. Our profits have been starting to look up since you joined us. Maybe you brought us some luck, traveler. I've also got this persistent feeling something good is going to happen today. I have returned! Oh, it's him. It's about time. What the heck took you so long? Did you deliver a supplies package to every blasted member of the Immortals? How dare you? Oh, but surely you didn't get lost on the way or get your supplies package stolen or anything like that. Now, did you? Wouldn't make a difference even if you were Sandorian. Sandorian Temple Knights. You will call me Ralifal. Oh, that was your name. You'll have to forgive me. These damn foreign names are so hard to remember. I'm gonna have to write that one down before I forget you completely, Sir Knight. You do well to remember. Lend me that sheet of parchment. You gotta be pulling my tail. How in places do you read this? Rail of fun? Pronounced like that really fun or something? No, that is no N. The last letter is an L, I tell you. An L! Have have a really weird sense of humor, Sir Riffin, and I'm afraid you won't get any chuckles that way in Ottergon. Our company is much more sophisticated than your nation's, obviously. But whatever. You've accomplished your task, which means you finally made the Salihim Sentinels. At least that says something for you. Well then, Riffle, welcome to the world of private second class. You better prepare yourself for the jobs I'm gonna give you. Second class? Jeth, don't just stand there with your head in the clouds. Be a good role model and drum some mercenary spirit into this gentleman. Everything should be just peachy now, right? Riffle. Hey you, private second class. My name is pronounced Ryfall. Ryfall, it's not that difficult. You must learn to address me with respect. Hey, Riffle, wake up and smell the roses. Just who do you think you are anyway, a prince? Most certainly not. All right then, clean your ears out and listen up close. This is my board and you are my pawns. You're expendable and easily replaceable. I can stand this absurdity no longer. Adventurer, do you find no fault with not just foul attitude? She thinks she's a queen. She is most certainly not. Obviously, you don't know beans about being a mercenary. Get out there in the mud with the boys and do your job, and next thing, you could be rolling in gill instead. I have no room for sniveling bellyachers. Find something better to do with your time than grumble and moan. Jareth, drag this puke-brained adventurer to the commissioner's agency and have him sent to one of the most hazardous tasks they can dig up. I refuse. I need no escort. In addition, I must attend a previous engagement. I will venture to the agency on my own time. Wow. Be arrogant. Still, we all know who it is. It's Prince Tryon. You... Good-for-nothing, mutton-headed son of a troll! And I was in a good mood, too. Jeth, if I were you, I'd curse the luck that brought you here. Go and don't let that clot out of your sight. I think that might have meant to be said Claude, not clot. Okay, so. I think we get this all the way to our next mission. Yeah, it would be mission. Knight of Gold, yes. So. Kakaroon got cheap info, yeah? You got big gear. Kakaroon got big info. You looking for something? You need big info? Kakaroon! You look for shiny armor elven? And weirdo with silly mask? Kakaroon! No, weirdo. Shiny elven. Oh, maybe Kakaroon seen him. Maybe Kakaroon not see him. Mercenary man. Kakaroon like things that go clink clink, yeah? Oh, Trade, you train to Kakaroon, yeah? Cheap info. Kakaroon only need one thing that go clink clink, yeah? So did he actually take the... No. I still need to give him the bronze piece. Kakaroon loves sound of clink clink, yeah? Now, mercenary man, hear big info? Is that shiny armor elven? Hmm? Ah, you were the adventurer I met at Salisim's Sentinels. Surely you did not track me down at the behest of that foul-mouthed feline. Or perhaps you were here in search of information as well. Well, the particulars are not important. What matters is that we are both foreigners here. Have you not noticed anything suspicious about this place? They recruit mercenaries from what approaches desperation, and are surrounded by fiends more bloodthirsty than the most savage orc. And yet this grand empire has such a small standing army. The more I investigate, the more I encounter the strangest things. Strange? You want to hear strange? Kakaroon! Kakaroon knows something strange. What's this? Well, out with it then. Shiny, shining elfin is scary. But he's okay. Everyone here know this strange thing. Kakaroon will tell you without clink clink. You no forget kind Kakaroon, ya? Most strange thing in Alzabi is the astral candy sense. All who come to Alzabi want to see this thing, yeah? Astral Candescence? Yeah, Astral Candy Sense. Shiny, shiny elfin not know that big info, yeah? Ooh, and shiny, shiny elfin are mercenaries, yeah? You new to Alzabi? I have heard of this object. An acquaintance of mine made some mention. Hoo-hoo-roon? It is spinning, spinning, always spinning. Very pretty, yeah? This warrants further investigation. Shiny, shiny elfin! Do not forget kind Kakaroon. You learn big info from Kakaroon. Next time you bring clink clink. Very shiny, shiny, yeah? Kakaroon will never forget shiny, shiny elfin. Shiny, shiny elfin will come back to Kakaroon with clink clink. All right, so we need to enter the temple, Walhalla Temple, which is at the other side of the map. So go ahead and hop onto our home point here. This is the Astral Candescence, I think. Welcome to Walhalla Temple. Our doors are always open to those seeking knowledge. And why might a mercenary find himself in this place of peace? What is this? You wish to obtain permission to gaze upon the Astral Candescence within the Hall of Binding? I applaud your scholarly curiosity, and I would assist you in this endeavor if I could. However, I must regret to inform you that the entry into the hall is forbidden by the Serpent Generals for all but the servants of Walhalla. Even the Empress herself is not above this law. I am afraid I cannot help you. I grow weary of these refusals. Oh dear. My good knight. Former knight. I have forsaken my knightly vows and joined the mercenary ranks. But that is beside the point. There is something I would ask of you, servant of Walhalla. I will endeavor to answer any questions, should it be within my power. Is not the Walhalla philosophy, from the void all things are born, to the void all things return, purported to be the fundamental tenet of existence? Yes, this is so. It looks like Amulja savages are on the move. It looks like the siege is going to happen. So if anything happens in Alzabi, I'll have to forfeit it for the time being. Anyway, then if all things eventually return to the void, would it matter if that process was accelerated? Sir Rayfall is not the intended meaning. Walhalla, our founder, built his philosophy around the unavoidable destiny that all of creation shares. Then I would ask you, what is the astral incandescence does the astral incandescence interfere with its destiny of which you speak? I shall speak plainly. My reason for answering the Empire's call for mercenaries is simply to help stop this conflict and bring peace to the land. However, the direct cause of the conflict lies in the very object that the servants of Walhalla go to such great lengths to protect. I wonder if the treasure held by the city is even the object in question. How is it that the great majority of Al-Zabi citizens know none of this? The questions and doubts are justified. However, even the servants of Walhalla do not entirely understand the nature of the astral incandescence. Do you still plead ignorance? Very well, but heed my words, servant of Walhalla. If you keep on your current path, an even greater conflict awaits to engulf you. Do not think that I, Raphael, will stand by in quiet acquiescence. I occasionally become the target of frustrated questioning by unbelievers. I feel my inadequacy most cleanly when I fail to help a soul understand the teachings of Walhalla. Such trials are part of my never-ending lessons on life. In fact, there's another who came to the temple quite recently, a Yagudo monk, who is possessed of a much gentler mien than the Gold Knight, but his questions were much the same. No matter their agenda, the servants of this temple are always ready to welcome those who express an interest in the teachings of Walhalla. Sage Walhalla once said, I alone do not possess all the answers. Let us ponder the mysteries of the universe together. Wise words. Shared knowledge is the shortest path to enlightenment. You have come all the way to the capital of a distant nation. Perhaps you take the opportunity to share your thoughts with others. I'm certain you will find the practice beneficial. I seem to recall talk of the Shaharat tea house becoming a popular gathering place for visitors to Al-Zabi. Why not start your path to enlightenment there? So, this is not the astral condensance. I would assume it's something equivalent to it? I don't know. Kind of the orbiting object inside orbiting object inside orbiting object kind of thing. Kind of cool. All right, so we need to go to the tea house. Now, looks like the tea house is to our south. So, let's go ahead and run that direction. And I think, do I need to go up? Or can I stay on the underlayer? Unfortunately, it's not made very clear on the map. The thundering roars, the gleaming fangs, there's nothing like a good tussle between critters. I must have sent 1,000 petitions to the palace to get this place opened. Yes, I finally become too annoying to ignore. So I believe what this is the pit. This is Pancration, which is not quite like Pokemon, but kind of like, well, it's more like Monster Tamer is kind of what it's like. I think we'll get into kind of explaining what that is. I vaguely remember what it is, but it's not the biggest thing. It's something that we might do eventually. So this is clearly the tea house. I do not understand. Those curs of Walhalla. It's just as you described. They did nothing but mock my queries. What am I to do, Gesho? So, Raphael, I have acquired some information. The astral wind. I hear these words often on the lips of the Al-Zabi citizens. Astral wind. Yes, this is the name given to the ethereal breeze that stirs the air around the astral condensance. The wind arises whenever the astral condensance is set within its plinth, creating a sweet melody of earthly timbre. Scripture makes this treasure sound far more like some fairy's harp. I can only repeat what I've been told by Nigh, the man of Walhalla Temple. Ah, that one. When I pressed him on my suspicion that the astral condensance was the cause of these conflicts, he was not surprised in the least. It makes no sense. I cannot believe the astral condensance is worth sacrificing the lives of Aragon citizens. Could this trinket be the true treasure the Empire seeks to safeguard? Please. With our current meager information, we have nothing more than meaningless conjecture. We must delve further into this mystery. I beg your leave. Gesho. I would stay away from Salahim's sentinels. You. Aren't you an employee of Salahim's sentinels? Do not tell that Mithra of what you have heard here. So, how much have you learned? Oh, so I'm not the only one who has realized. That company's where I endured the worst insults of my entire life. Oh, you knew this was well. The Empire of Aragon is ruled by Nashmira II, the 16th Empress of the Majab dynasty. There's currently 2 capitals to help govern this immense nation, one in the east and one in the west. As you could probably have guessed, this western capital is Al-Zabi, also known as the Imperial Capital. Valahara Temple. So you knew this one as well. The sphere that floats in the center of the temple is called the Gordius. In the ancient past, when these Gordius was unraveled by the sage Walahara, it is said he came to understand the fundamental principle of existence. Kind of mesmerizing to watch it, though. What have you learned about Raphael's secret? What is this? My secret? Explain yourself. I'm nothing more than a mercenary who has left the life of a temple knight behind him. You are really a Sandorian prince. I, Raphael, could never be that proud and dignified. You're actually Prince Halvard. Foolishness! I, Trine, could never be compared to that, You have me. Tryon, Ile de Orion is undone. How could you have pierced my disguise? It must be your training as an adventurer. This goes beyond all patience. And now that you know my true identity, you shall pay the price for mocking the prince. I have a task for you. Deliver this letter to Marnadal Halver in Chateau de Orion. Tell him it comes from the famous sage Raphael. The treasure of Aragon, as well as the 4 nations of Altana, depend upon the safe delivery of this letter. You and no other will be personally responsible for its arrival. Fail in this, and you shall never set foot on my nation's soil again. Well. Anyway, this is a simple and easy thing to do. You just need to go run back to a point and go along and take care of that. Ah! And this is a perfect time because we have a new day, so we can actually jump back in to something else. We can also jump back to Apocalypse Nigh, so. Inside we go. Jeth, as you are likely aware, all matters concerning the royal family pass through me. What have we here? A letter. With writing so terrible, I can't even read that I am the intended recipient. It's Carian worm scroll. I've seen it's like before. person who trusts you with this message. The Lord of Eligibility, as I would call him. I'm certain this letter is from the heir to the throne of Sandoria, the royal prince. Tryon de Oriong. I am mistaken, you say? This letter was written by one sage, Raphael. This chocobo scratch could only be the work of Prince Tryon. I shall prove it to you. I have long attended to the prince and encountered many opportunities to decipher his unique style of writing. A moment, if you will. Astral Condense. Astral 1. This truly is atrocious. I have no doubt this letter is from Prince Tryon. I'm afraid I cannot make out the meaning. Monolese, however, you look troubled. Perhaps I may be of assistance? General Rahal, your offer aid is most generous. However, no need to be so humble. You have one of Tryon's indecipherable letters, do you not? How could you know? I have my sources. Some days ago, Prince Tryon abandoned the signing of some official documents. He placed a mannequin in his chair and fled the chateau in the dead of night. At least it was not a forced hearing this time. That is when I had Travails here shadow the prince's movements. He has had some training in the arts of the ninja. Please continue the tale, Travails. Sir, Prince Tryon first made his way to Mara and passed himself off as an adventurer. Dear Altana, a member of the royal family traipsing about as an adventurer. Hey, I resemble that remark. The court will be mortified. There, His Highness boarded a ferry bound for the shores of Ottergon. Ottergon? And then? I quickly slipped aboard as well and guarded the royal prince from the shadows. Very safely arrived in Alzabi with the prince none the wiser of my presence. After entering the city, Prince Tryon headed straight to a mercenary company and apparently signed some sort of contract. Contract? Surely not with his own name. This could escalate into an international crisis. There's nothing to fear on that count. His Highness travels the Empire under the assumed name of Raphael. So no one in the Alzabi is aware of his true identity? I wouldn't say that, my lord. The prince is wearing a suit of gilded gold armor and is not subtle in his information gathering. Great goddess. Then he is not disguised at all? No, my lord. Come to think of it, I have seen this adventurer's face in the very same mercenary company. This letter must be the very same document I witnessed in the prince's hand at the Sarahat tea house. I'm wondering that Prince Tryon does not have more trust in us as loyal subjects. I do wish he would act with a little bit more discretion. That's a matter we shall discuss anon. First, we must learn the reason for Prince Tryon's seemingly frequent trips to the nation of Ottergon. What is the current state of the Near East? Is the prince in any danger? Do not be concerned. I am sure that Travails has learned much from following the prince. Please enlighten us. Sir, Raphael, Prince Tryon, investigated the following facts. 4 years ago, Jalzan, the former emperor of Ottergon, and his wife both succumbed to the same illness. Yes, I remember. The Kino of Sandoria sent her condolences. The illness was quite virulent, as I recall. The beastmen who dwell on the western borders of the nation used this as an opportunity to cease offering tributes. What more would you expect from those savages? Though the Empire's long war with the eastern nations was at a stalemate, they could not afford to grow complacent. The main body of the Imperial Army remained focused on the east. Meanwhile, the beastmen of the Mamul Savage Lands and Halvung territory unfurled a banner of rebellion on the abandoned Western Front. It's not long ago that they were joined by the army known as the Undead Swarm. The military might of Sandoria is fully occupied with the Orcish horde alone. If it were 3 separate armies, even a mighty nation like Ottergon must flounder. I was certain, sir. The capital itself has recently been the target of beastmen invasions. Ottergon now finds itself without the resources to even repair the walls of Alzabi. No matter how impressive a swordsman Prince Tryon is, we cannot allow him to remain in such a dangerous place. I must take this matter up with those responsible for protecting the royal household. Bring me General Kurilla. General Kurilla, appears a member of the Royal Knights, has managed to track down the location of our wayward prince. And where, pray tell, would that be? The Empire of Ottergon. Ottergon. The nation recruiting mercenaries? Yes. Then it stands to reason that the Temple Knight should stand little chance of finding the prince. I seem to recall ordering you to take measures that would prevent this sort of thing from happening again. Am I mistaken? No, Monier Havar, I have been derelict in my duty. It is good that you recognize your failings, but you shall be made to take responsibility for the situation. Yes, my lord. Forgive my directness, Morale Javier. but I feel I must ask. Why would Prince Tryon travel to such a distant land? Does he feel so strongly about the Empire? Prince Tryon visited Al-Zabi once before, when the Emperor was yet hale and healthy. The incident that occurred is most likely connected to all of this. However, now is not the time to be telling tales of the past. This matter has grown beyond the realm of our judgment. We must bring this letter to Prince Piaggio immediately. Prince Piaggio, what is all this commotion? I'd like Tryon to rush off without so much of a word. He has earned a reputation for action before thought. Your Highness, this is the letter we believe to have been penned by your brother. Javel seems to have provided enough keys to unlock this rambling script. This may require some time. There's no need to convene a meeting of linguists, however. Let me see this letter. This time, my brother's actions may have a positive side. He writes on the current state of the Empire. We must turn our attention to the Near East, where a battle on the scale of the Crystal War is brewing. What on Vandeel is happening over there? There's an overwhelming reason for the Beastman attacks on Al-Zabi. I will read to you what my brother has written, word for word. At the center of this conflict is a treasure known as the Astral Condescence. This object emits an enchanting melody unheard by mortal ears. This melody envelops and fills those nearby with a boundless energy, be they person or beastmen. Citizens of Al-Zabi call this melody the Astral Wind. I believe I have come to understanding Prince Tryon's apprehensions. We are not alone in that feeling, and we are in agreement. However, have messages sent to the other nations immediately. We must convene an emergency meeting of the nations. Understood, Your Highness. And the location? Location. Send a request to Juno to secure a meeting room in the Grand Duke Palace. At once. Prince Piaggio, what shall be done with Prince Tryon's frequent excursions outside of the kingdom? I do not wish to be rude, but we are all aware of how the prince reacts to attempts to dissuade him from his course. That is true. Having the heir on the throne playing at being a mercenary will not improve Sandori's images in the eyes of the world. The solution is simple. I shall write my brother a letter. A letter, Your Highness? Yes, I have an idea. I shall need a volunteer to deliver it safely to Al-Zabi. I suggest Traves. He is well versed in the geography of the region. Excellent. Let it be done. I will not fail you, Your Highness. Your Highness, this is Jedith. He brought Princess Tryon's letter back from the Near East. Is that so? I do not approve of my brother's rash actions, but he does have an eye for trustworthy messengers. Jedith, I am sure you are exhausted from your long journey, but your presence will be required at the meeting in Juno. We may have need of your testimony. Jedith, arrangements for the meeting will be made in all haste. Make your way to Juno as soon as your preparations are complete. I think we're going to actually have a conflict of cutscenes here. I didn't know that we were going to go to Juno. I never thought the situation would be this grave. Okay, so apparently I can get some bronze pieces if I answer certain questions properly, so. If we do this fast enough, we might be able to get into our Apocalypse Nigh quest faster than the Westerly Winds one. Either way. Entering the palace. I think this is our Apocalypse Nigh one. Jedith, let's discuss what needs to be done. Ooh, new music. I returned from an audience with the Worm King. If the Keeper of the Apocalypse is indeed attempting to cross over into this world, there is but one option left to us. We force the Keeper to appear on our terms. Then we crush him. This was Prisha's original plan. Omia will sing the Lay of the Immortals in the presence of the 5th Mother Crystal. Time has finally come to use the completed song, the verses you discovered on your journey. I have faith that Omia can perform the piece with little trouble. Oh, is it already maxed out? Hey, I'm not a problem with having that. I need to max out my Mog Locker as well. I haven't done that yet, so. Make your way to the Sea Lion's Den in Tefnazia. Altayu beckons once again. Oh, and we're going to immediately jump into our other cutscene, which is the meeting of the nations. You have gathered here today at the request of the Kingdom of Sindoria. I thank you on behalf of the king. Like 300 pieces in a little bit? Yay! I'm not against that. Thanks, Seth. This is the first time in history that an emergency summit of this nature has taken place. The issue I lay before you is beyond the scope of a single nation. Prince Baiju, the adventure you have permitted to attend the summit has arrived. And here I am. Thank you for coming, Jedith. Allow me to begin by explaining the events that have led to today's meeting. It began with Jedith, mercenary and adventurer, arrived at the gate of the Chateau d'Orléans, bearing a letter of extreme importance. The contents of that letter prompted me to call the nations together. It was penned by a sage known as Raphael, and described in painstakingly detail the current state of Argon. The Empire? Is it the same nation that has the port in a frenzy over mercenary recruitment? The very same. I speak of the Near Eastern nation, the Empire of Argon. Argon is now under pressure from 3 separate beastmen armies, and Alzabi, the mighty capital itself, is in danger of falling. Great Altana, the Silent Empire. It's once called that. You may have been too young to know this, Your Highness, but the rest of us should remember. I am aware of the term. In the time of the Great War, the Empire possessed an army greater than the combined forces of the allied nations. Yet not a single soldier was sent in response to calls for aid. My apologies, you are well versed in history. By knowing this, you should also know that we have no obligation to lift even a finger for Argon, no matter how serious her predicament. Why evoker, always so calm and cool, you've grown hot and bothered, and your speech is most cruel. You should understand, Dr. Shantoto. You were there on the battlefield. Who knows how much suffering could have been avoided if we'd had help with the Empire. On the contrary, my dear musketeer, we owe them more than you can imagine, I fear. What do you mean? Argon has taken many countries under her yoke. Ferocious nation that has even bared fangs at the far eastern folk. Calling the Empire to help in our cause would be like freeing us from demons in return for dragon jaws. That may be true, but even the close relationship Argon had with Tefnazia. That subject is not the issue here. I know. Dr. Shintoto, why did Windurst open Mars port to the Empire? My nation's are of none of your concern. At least we have a backbone. When will Bastock learn? You go too far, Dr. Shantoto. Enough! I did not call you here to speak of possible troop contributions. Then why are we here, Your Highness? Our main concern is the treasure thought to be the center of this conflict, the astral condescence. Astral condescence? It is described as some manner of musical instrument, but apparently it's much more than that. This instrument is said to produce a phenomenon known as the astral wind, a breeze that blows from an unidentifiable source. It creates a melody in a timbre unheard by mortal ears. I'm confused. How can there be a melody if nothing can be heard? Astral wind? It's all very unusual. I'm sure we've all seen Stranger Things before. An unidentifiable source. No wonder there's no shortage of magical gadgets. Pens that write by themselves, brooms that sweep on command. A breeze. I mean, they even have that Cardian band. That's similar, don't you think, Dr. Shantoto? Astral wind? Dr. Shantoto, is everything all right? Oh, if it's automatic instruments you need, our children make such things before they learn how to read. The problem lies in the power of the wind. The wind? It envelops those close by and fills them with a mysterious strength. There are few who can resist the lure of this energy, even among the beastmen. If the instrument is that dangerous, why not just give it to the beastmen or smash it out of hand? That is what common sense would tell us, if it were up to an individual or even an entire town. What are you trying to say? What if that decision lays in the hands of a nation? Even if it posed a threat to your own citizens, if that treasure's could one day be your salvation, would you not choose to protect it? How could a mere instrument hold that kind of power? The sage who composed this letter is afraid that the astrocandescence one day will be the catalyst for a conflict to rival the Crystal War. No! Prince Paiju, as a representative for an entire nation, you would do not well to throw those words around so lightly. My apologies. This is merely based on the conjecture of a sage. Why don't we have Jeth, who has seen and heard these things in person, give us his account? We cannot make a decision based on this tale alone. A nation has a responsibility to maintain soldiers and weaponry for the defense of its people. And for a city in this situation, I would go so far to say that this sort of secret weapon is almost a necessity. In any case, it doesn't seem that this astrocandescence presents an immediate danger to the people of Alzabi. I would say that was entirely true if you were me and I were you. Jedith, I came to a conclusion after you left the chateau. I wish to hear your honest opinion. Yes. Excellent. I was asking you here was the right decision. I rely upon your vast experience as an adventurer. What is the astrocandescence? If it is such an important treasure, then why not secret it away inside the palace instead of placing it in an area most vulnerable to beastmen? Most vulnerable to beastmen attacks. I sense some hidden purpose for this dangerous object. Do you have any thoughts on the matter, Jedith? The Gordius. The Gordius. I have heard this name somewhere before. What manner of person is this? Not a person? So, it's a holy relic enshrined in Walahara Temple. In the distant past, Sage Walahara once unraveled the Gordius and it grasped the fundamental principles of existence. And now a host of like-minded scholars toil day and night to discover the same loose thread to unravel the Gordius for themselves. It appears the people of the Empire search for quite different truths than the ones we seek. Ho 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 ho! Too much time in the cathedral for Destin's little boy. The mind is a tool you must sharpen, not a child's toy. Do not mock me, Dr. Shantoto. Do you mock me, Dr. Shantoto? You look for your answers in all the wrong places. Shall I bring a little hope to your long, dreary faces? What are you hiding, Shantoto? The servants of Walahara control the Hall of Binding, the treasure's little nest. The Hall of Binding is defended by the Serpent's generals, the best of the best. The Serpent generals, a name I have heard, each one is said to be worth 1,000 soldiers. The astrocandescence is strictly monitored by the Walahara Temple, according to the adventurer's speech. But the treasure is kept in an area that the beastmen can easily reach. And there we find the Serpent's generals, the strongest of the strong, plus mercenaries like Jet to help them, if I'm not wrong? Yes, there seems to be some kind of contradiction to be found there. You see, this is a huge game of set the trap and wait, and the astrocandescence is the very tasty bait. Of course, why didn't I see it? But wait, this creates a whole new set of questions. Why would they want the beastmen in the city? There are some things that even I cannot divine. It's time to sit back and wait for a sign. But it does seem that this problem lies at the center of some grand plan, without concern for the people of Alzabi. We need more information. Yes, an individual of keen wits and sharp senses. My lords, I have a suggestion. Jeth is employed as a mercenary in the Empire. However, he is a distinguished adventurer who will not sell his principles for a bag of gil. I point to the safe delivery of the sage's letter as proof of his dedication. A long journey without promise of reward. And I am sure that you all in present have had numerous beneficial dealings with adventurers. They have earned our trust and respect. That's why I put forth the motion that we have Jeth return to the Empire and fight as a mercenary. We cannot allow any more blood to be spilled by beastmen, even should that blood belong to another nation's people. And if Jeth can improve his standing enough to bring him closer to the Imperial Palace, we may learn the ultimate goal of the Empire. You'll find no argument here. Adventurers have been the quiet heroes in many of Bastok's darker moments. An idea that creates less work for us will not find me making a needless fuss. How's the Duchy of Juno stand on this? In agreement. Thank you, Seth. I'll pick that up shortly. The linking of our auction house services has strengthened the ties between Juno and the Empire, but economical matters are superseded by politics. All in favor? One moment. As Raphael warned, this problem is not likely to remain constrained within the borders of the Near East. All the lands of Vanadil, including our 4 nations. Urmgum is the word for world in the language of Ottergon. This lurking threat could plunge it entirely into chaos. We lay this mission before you, Jeth. Will you consent to take this burden? That's what I'm here for. What am I, a donkey? Yaw! You have our thanks, Jedith. Naturally, we will do all in our power to aid you in this task. It is a trifling amount, but perhaps you might use this Ottergon coin on your travels. Seth, this might be stretching it a little bit, but I do have a question. I have a mithril, imperial mithril piece. You can break these down. You can break higher coins down into lower coins, right? Do you remember what you do to do that? Do you talk to an NPC? I think it is. Do you remember? If you do, go ahead and set it in the chat. A treasure is more than simple bait. An astral relic can and will seal your fate. The Empress goes too far in her game. I'm curious to see how it turns out, all the same. Ah, thank you. Well, we'll hop over to Nash Mountain in a minute here. Okay. So, we did all that, and I'm immediately getting dragged into the Ottergon mysteries here, but we do have our Apocalypse Night to handle. So, we're going to go ahead and handle that, and once that's done, we can continue on with Argon unopposed. So, we need to go to Tabnazia, we need to go to the safe hold, and we need to go down to, is it 2? 2 drags us down to the bottom, yes. Okay. We need to go this way. So I almost kind of want to have like a spider, like a old timey Batman thing as we're jumping between these story times. I kind of wish I had something like that. Oh, there she is. Jeth, I have awaited your arrival. It feels very weird to have Breach not be her spunky self, having her being far more demure. It is my fault that this terrible thing is occurring. I have no excuses. I always feared that my acting of relinquishing the Star of Tabnazia would one day bring the world back to the brink of destruction. But to be completely honest, I am overjoyed that this darkness has given us another chance to meet. Truly, I am. Aw, she's getting a little bit of a... Uh-oh. Krish, you stop this nonsense at once. Why must you insist on playing the clown at a time like this? You truly are incorrigible. Aw, come on, Olmia. It's been so long since I've seen Jedith. A normal reunion would be kind of boring. I just wanted to spice things up a little. You were just trying to cover up your own awkwardness. That's not true. Having Omia actually taking, like, precedence is funny. Oh, hey, there's the Cid. Olmia was very... It's like they've swapped places now. Olmia took charge. And jeez. Jedith, Cardinal Mildarin will be joining us later. Let's begin our journey to the 5th Mother Crystal. Our mission will be a success. I know it in my heart. That was actually quite good. I like that. As you see before, all the story stuff we've done, there's not been a whole lot of comedy necessarily in the game. I mean, there's comedic parts, yes. But that was like their first point at like actually pushing a comedic act into it, at least that I could tell. Okay. Let's go to Altayu. All right. Now, I believe we actually need to... Now, because of where we need to go, it actually will be faster if we come back through the Auroral Updraft and grab a home point. Hang on a second. Let me read this again. I want to make sure I'm not doing something stupid. Okay. Okay. Zone of the Grand Palace and click on the entrance to the Garden of Rumet. Okay. Aha. Warp back. Yep. Yep. This is what we want to do. Next page. Moria. Garden of Rumet. Yes. Okay. Hang on a second. Okay, so zone into the Grand Palace and click the entrance. If you have the home point, Lemuria, the Garden of Rumet, zone back out to the Grand Palace, warp to the home point, and descend. Oh, that's right. I have to deal with these annoying things. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and run ourselves along. Of course, things are gonna link. Of course they do. Entrance. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boo boo boo, boo 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 boo, boo boo boo, boo boo boo, boo doo, boo boo doo. Get our cutscene. Prince, Omia, Jedith. Oh hey, it's these guys. You seem surprised. Well, our last parting of ways did seem somewhat final. But you couldn't expect us to stay at home shivering in our fur when word of this reached us. As the moblins say, don't leave a hole half dug. Are we digging holes? For the graves? Not very optimistic, are we? I never thought I would don this armor again. Cardinal Midoriya is not one to be ignored. Wow, this whole gang's here. All because of my selfish mistake. My apologies. And my thanks. Time has come. On to the Mother Crystal. Yes. We use our warp ring to immediately get back to where we need to go. And we descend. Descend. Just some more Pyro. Power of Darkness, free me. Oh. I always wanted to come back to this place, you know, for a picnic or something. Still making unrealistic wishes, Prish? Miss Madurian. Aldo? Zeke. I'm sure you all know Zed. We are in a debt to the ancients that needs to be repaid. I will also fight alongside you. I must make this matter put to rest. Sweet. Here they come. Bound together by the crystals, we will soon become one. Forger. Carver. Thinker. There's something else. A fifth person? Lion? Wait, she's holding the magicite. A stone she would not relinquish. It has been shattered by your song. Our divine transformation is at hand. This ends now. Leave Nagmalata to me. Well, this is pretty epic. Celtius. Okay, that was really cool. Apocalypse Nigh. You shall be the first. The first to taste the vengeance of the dead. Come here, you. Huzzah! There we go. I thought it would be cool to summon, like, the different trusts and stuff. This we get Breach, we get Omia, we'd pull out Zeed, we'd pull out Mildar and stuff like that. Too long. Let's just get it done. More cutscene, I'm sure. Changes them all into magicite. Oh, that's cool. I think we're done here. Give me a second here. Yes, the battle is over. There is only... She appears to be unharmed. There is some trace of emptiness, but it will cause nothing more than a few bad dreams. Thank Altana. It was Lion who leaped into the crystal to save us all. Her struggle with Eldenark continues within the stone. Let's get her home to Nord. Your red hair. Now I know you. The nightmare I had. You were the one who carried it on for me. Jedith, make sure you fulfill your promise when she gets better, okay? The world only grows larger and longer the longer we live. New lives are born and new lands are discovered. There are always new adventures to be had. But you don't gotta rush into it, you know? This big world of ours will always be waiting. Waiting for you. Okay, now, apparently, speak to Aldo. We need to go speak to Aldo in Lower Juno for a cutscene. And then it says, zone and wait until the next available day after completing the Talk Gilgamesh and Norg cutscene to complete the quest. Excuse me. Do do do. Boop 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 boo doo. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Or in a sense that Lion was alive somewhere. I really wanted to believe her, but deep down I was convinced that we'd never see Lion again. You're one of a kind. Adventurers are more than simple sellswords looking to fight the next new monster in the next new land to bring home the newest treasure. You fulfill the dreams that others have given up on. That's what makes you what makes a true adventurer. Fighting with the ancients, battling the emptiness. Someone who stands at the peak of their adventuring career, I may be bringing up old news. But we will never forget, and there are others too who have been given up on their dreams. They will remember you. So you should go to Norg. Go and see Lion. There's someone waiting for you, am I right? Oh, most likely. So, because I'm not sure what earring I'm going to grab, I'm actually going to, well... I don't know if it'll actually force me to pick an earring or not. I don't want to have to do that fight again, necessarily. So, we'll hold off on that for the time being, so I can get a better answer. Oh, do I see Ross? Hey, 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 hey! Please, come on in. Yeah. Well, and I remember the same one that you got when you finished up the when you did Divine Might. I still picked up the one for dual wield because I wanted to have that one because it still benefits subclass ninja jobs that have subclass ninja. So I wasn't sure which one of the earrings I wanted to get. See, it converts 3% of damage taken to MP. Oh, that one's actually really nice. Because if that's 3% of damage taken to MP, ooh, that's actually really nice. That one has attack. That one has conserve MP. Yeah, since it's one of the only ways for Ninja to get to the 30%. Okay. So I guess the 4 earrings to choose from this one are just kind of up to me. Oh no, I'm liking the ethereal earring because if I get damage back, if I get MP back from damage I take, I'm not against that. Okay, let's go to Norg. Let's actually go finish this up then. Travel to another home point. Go to... Well, I'm thinking of other jobs too. Any other mage, because I'll take blue mage and stuff like that, so. And it gives me a little bit of attack. I'm not against that. So I'll probably grab that one. I mean, if I really have to get another one, I can always go do it. I just would rather not. And it just changed the next day, so. No, I haven't done that yet. I do need to do that, though. Arg, be good to see ya. See, you and your friends are the landlubbers that saved her, eh? Don't you worry none. She'll be sleeping off like a sailor that's too fond of Opo brew. Whole ordeal's left me girl a bit under the weathers, but she'll pull through. Hasn't stopped her talking my ears off, of course. Can't get a word in edgewise. Speaking of, I'm just glad that me girl ain't forgotten about me. Even after walking the plank into the great beyond, she still remembers her old man. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, I need to go get that. May not be for me daughter, she may not be my daughter by blood, but she's still the apple of me eye. I do believe a reward is due you. You can have the pick of one of me treasures. I'll be giving whatever's left to your mates what helped you. We'll go with material here. Here, that'd be a treasure unlike any you'll ever see again. Don't go losing it over the side of no stinking ferry. Arg, I almost been forgotten. Me girl wants you to pummel some beastie that's been haunting her dreams. Stuff of nightmares, she says. Don't make much sense to me, but I be guessing you know the truth of it. If you're here, need an old pirate's help, you just let me know. I'll be talking about Diablos. And that's the end of that. I believe last verse is, last verse. Yep, we're all done. Fantastic. We can continue on back to Otragon. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so I got that one. We're on Westerly Winds now. Okay, we need to head back to Otragon. Keep forgetting, Western Otragon is one of the top ones. All the cities are there. Okay. And the closest one to... Yep, I think that's it. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and set our home point back to the square here. Because we're going to be spending basically all of our time now in Treasure Argonne. Yes, all right. Let's go to the tea house. Greetings! You are Jareth, an adventurer from the Western Lands, yes? And registered mercenary of Salahim Sentinels. I must introduce myself. My name is Gesho, and I have also arrived from the Western Continent. I am a Yagudo. Do not be alarmed, I am merely a wandering monk who seeks to find a master in this foreign nation. Just like you, I have entered the services of one Naja Salahim. I apologize for the sudden intrusion, but you are acquainted with the mercenary known as Raphael? Oh, you plead ignorance? Would you know him if I described his golden armor? I was just looking for him. In any case, I have something from him to give to you. The Empire of Argonne and the nations of the Far East have been at war for decades. That is a long time to be fighting. Such a conflict would drain the resources of both sides and put considerable strain on the citizenry. They are indeed suffering, particularly in the Far East. This war has exacerbated several other serious matters. The same must be said of Argonne. Despite the size and strength of their army, they may still look to foreign shores for mercenary reinforcement for the defense of the capital. The armies of both nations have met on the field of battle numerous times, building trenches and fortifications to stall the advance of the army. Now the front line can move neither forwards nor backwards. Trench warfare. If I were the Empress, I would want a weapon of great destructive force or some sort of magic. Or even send spies to the enemy cities or main travel routes to destroy their supply lines. Both sides have those options, of course. Why do you grow silent? Have I said something untoward? No, it just is sometimes hard to believe you are a simple mercenary when such talk of strategy escapes your lips. Ah, you are right. I must be more careful. And I am not the only one, it seems. You are rather well versed in the Far Eastern predicaments, considering you are meant to be a Mendardian Yagudo. Nay, I merely repeat what I have heard. We should be focusing on... Esho, what is wrong? Skulker in the shadows. Show yourself! Travails? You know this man? Ujie, what has he told Kurilla? No, Alvar was the one who... Great Altana! Is something wrong? Yesho, I'm sorry to cut our conversation short, but I must return to Sandoria. It sounds serious. Has something befallen your homeland? What is that to do with the likes of you? My apologies. I have overstepped my boundaries. That's actually a pretty good look on a Yagudo, pulling his ears back and looking... Yeah. No, I have no cause to berate you so. This man is a knight of Sandoria. My name is Travails. Please forgive my intrusion. You move like one trained in the far eastern art of the ninja. You have a keen eye. Travails will stay here for a while. Please contact him if you have need of me. Understood. Although we stand on different sides of the wall, we are both patriots. I'm certain we shall meet again. Let's continue our conversation anon. Yes, I would like that. Farewell, Raphael. Must not keep your countrymen waiting. I'm in your debt. Farewell, Gesho. So he left for his homeland. I imagine he would be docking to Mara at about this time. That one holds himself like a king. Before I forget, I have something for you from Travails. Very well, Jareth. I take my leave of you here. If our president should discover us loitering in the street, it will mean our heads. The closed eyes and the ears folded back, it makes him look like a dog. It reminds me of a dog. I love the expression. The 4 nations of Altana have gathered in Juneau for an emergency summit. And you are certain one of our mercenaries was seen there? Yes, your magnificence. You have served us well. You may go. Dismissed, sir. We were right to keep him occupied. They have taken the bait, just as we expected. Grand Vizier, do not underestimate these adventurers. We must proceed with the next part of the plan. Ugh. I think we're gonna like this story a lot because for some reason, I actually really do like political intrigue, despite the fact I hate politics. But political intrigue and stories and stuff like that, it's always really cool. And there's some serious air to this. You know, the royal proprietary bits and stuff. Yeah, I love it. When it's not real life, yeah. Absolutely. Now, let's see here. I need to go talk to Naja, so I need to go up. Naja again. Hello, Jeth. What happened to our puffed up over pretty night boy? Don't tell me you came here without him. Came back here without him. What? I really hope my ears are deceiving me. Tell me that again? Went home. Are you telling me that blockheaded knight took off without so much as a by your leave, Miss President? He's got a lot of nerve to test the patience of Naja Salahim. I don't think you're off the hook either. Why didn't you go after him? Surely you don't think that a mercenary is free to do as he pleases, did you? And you didn't go leaving Alzabi, ignoring the fact that you were on one of my errands, did ya? Both you and Raphael have signed a binding contract with me, or had you forgotten? You belong to me. Forever, always, until death. You mercenaries are my pawns. If you had the free time to be gallivanting to foreign countries, then you should have been signing up for a bunch of missions. You should have been contributing. You should have been contributing to the success of this company. That's what's known as a team player. It's not too late for you. Chase him to the end of the world if you have to, but track down that revolve. You know what? Maybe I'll just let him go. I had enough of this belly aching to last a lifetime anyway. Come to think of it, didn't he say he was from the Middle Lands? Seems so intent on sticking around here. I wonder why he chose to pack up and leave all of a sudden. Oh well, at least he's out of my hair. That's a load off of my mind. Maybe you are a dose of good luck, Jedith. Here's an extra bonus for you. Go on, take it. I'm glad you decided to walk in my door. It's okay, you can tear up a little bit. Take that feeling and burn it deep into your heart. I'll be using your gratitude as an example in the next recruiting drive. And that is our first bit there for our Ottergon treasure stuff. Nice. Now, next. Zone and return to her for a cutscene. I think I can do a little better than that. Let's go ahead and go get our locker unlocked. This is the Center for Mog Locker Administration and Expansion. How may I help you? Wait, this isn't the auction house. Your lease is currently expired. If you wish to extend your lease, please pay the fee of 1 Imperial Bronze piece. These extensions are valid for a period of 175 days. If you allow your lease to expire, you will lose access to the items stored within your Mog Locker. Please be assured that these items will not be permanently lost or confiscated. To gain access to the items in your Mog Locker will simply require you to pay the fee of 1 Imperial Bronze piece. It is also possible to pay this fee to the Moogle in your Mog House. So I just give him the Imperial pieces, I think. Your lease extension has been approved. Your Mog Locker lease now let's see, that's December, that's this, it might be May 12th? No, it would be March 12th, 2031, Earth time. So until 2031, I don't think I'll even play the game this long, that long. Holy cow. Yeah, that's like 5 years. I'm okay with that. We also haven't been inside it's December 3rd. Okay. Is that the max? Because I know that there is a hard cap. Let's see, in the Inventory 101 guide, it should say 2070. Yes. Anyway, Imperial Bronze pieces are really easy to come by, so capping it out is going to be eh. But yeah, this is what it looks like. They've got a big old... What is this thing? It's a giant incense pot or something. They've got a bed and a chest and stuff like that. So the Ottergon Mog House is actually kind of nice. Think anything new here? Nope, I don't think so. Give me a second here. I wanted to go through our... You bought too many when maxing your own out? Okay. Well, thank you all the same. I really do appreciate it. Okay, give me a second here. And equipment. Expires July 31st, 2069. Holy hell. I can't imagine this game lasting that long, honestly. They just, I would assume they just put it up there to whatever. Will be shut down by then. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, they've kind of ended putting content in the game. They're slightly adding stuff for people to go for like the latest like augmented gear, but there's like not like a big new set of content or something because they're on kind of a shoestring budget right now, as far as I'm aware. Hey, I will be right back. I'm going to refill my water bottle, so it'll be just 2 shakes. We got Rhapsodies of Vana'diel and the Voracious Resurgence. Well, from what I heard, the Voracious Resurgence stuff came because of those lockdown. Everyone was locked up, so there was a lot of people playing the game. It was like, you know what? Maybe we could, do a little extra, Anyway, not a huge thing, but I really don't know. I can't imagine them because it feels like the content has dropped off. So if they add anything, it's going to be smaller in scope than anything they've done in the past. Because Rhapsodies of Vana'diel was meant to be like the end song. It was but wouldn't be like the last bit of content. The Voracious Resurgence was a surprise, but a lot of people were in lockdown, so they thought, hey, why not? Full maintenance mode, but not holding my breath. Yeah. I mean, the fact that they're servicing a game that's, 23 years old now, it's amazing. Yeah, we're still getting the combat content, yeah. Okay, new cutscene. And I'll just put this here and that over there. This will make Salahim Sentinels the most attractive mercenary company in all of Aragon. Now let's see here. Thanks to President Naja, I learned the true meaning of bravery. Dum-de-dum. Oh, and this one. Thanks to President Naja, I experienced my first taste of victory. Dum-de-dum. What else do we have here? Thanks to President Naja, I learned the true meaning of fear. We'll just change that to fortune. Dum-de-dum. And that about does it for the Sentinel's voice. I do still love making these company pamphlets. Now, if only those slack-jawed mercenaries could finish some decent missions, they'd start raking in some respectable profit. Makes me wonder why this request came our way. Well now, isn't this a coincidence? I was just about to send someone out to drag in your scruffy hide. As you may know, our company is well respected throughout the Empire. The proof lies in this here gold-trimmed envelope. That's why we need to have a little chat. There's a mercenary commission inside, but first, let's talk rewards. Unlike the pittance you've been receiving so far, this one will be extravagant, without a doubt. Do you want to know why? I'll tell you why. This envelope was sent by the Aragon Archaeological Research Institute. This request likely originated from the Empress herself. Don't tell me you've never heard of the AARI. They've been conducting investigations within the ruins of Al-Sadal. Ruins of Al-Sadal? I'm a bit shaky on the details, but aside from the Oldium remnants in the Adiwa subterranean, there's another sprawling set of ruins not that far from here. That site is called the Ruins of Al-Zadal. If you travel to the northwest of Balflu Thickets until you see the waters of the Cyan Deep, you'll find the tunnel entrance. Until recently, the Empire had forbidden entrance to the ruins, a rule enforced by the Immortals stationed at the entrance. But now, with investigations completed in that section, the undersea ruins have been opened to the public. That means that even nobodies like you can feast your peepers on the remains of an ancient civilization for the small fee of 1 Imperial silver piece. Supposedly, this fee goes directly towards funding for the AARI, but who knows where all that loot is really going. AARI? What do you think of when someone mentions the alchemists of the Imperial Palace? For myself, I always imagine a guy wearing an apron covered in chemical stains, performing the same experiments day after day after day, a tireless researcher type. The AARI is full of people like that. But listen to me ramble on. Basically, all you have to know is that they're under the direct authority of the Empress. You see what I'm saying? We have a chance to make a small fortune and get on the good side of the Imperial government. Try not to mess it up. Oh, I suppose I better tell you about the request itself. They want me to send a mercenary to patrol the Al-Zadal undersea ruins. I hear that some unfriendly local creatures have been holding up the rest of the investigation. You've been showing some decent results lately, so I've chosen you for the job. This could be a big opportunity for fame and fortune. This kind of work should be the walk in the park for a strappy mercenary like yourself. Failure is not an option. Al-Zadal undersea ruins. Are you hard of hearing? Up to it, soldier! I love that this part of the game is actually gotten into Final Fantasy XIV and Endwalker. So, why wouldn't someone ask for Jedith by name? Oh, so we got picked specifically and called me by name. So clearly. Okay, so now, because I have already gone around and grabbed all the staging points, we can just warp ourselves over there, I think. Already unlocked it. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and run on over. Go ahead and talk to Ozrod, and we'll have our sanction refreshed. Yeah, so I thought it was really cool when we went to the Balflu Remnants. We actually went to basically this area, which is really cool. It was such a nostalgia trip because I had been to this part of this bit of 11 content, and seeing it show up in 14 was actually really fun. The fact that I'm seeing more parallels now that I've actually come back to this content is that Razadhan has famed alchemists. So does Aldergon. They're both in the east. Well, it would be they would have been in the Middle East, more or less. So it kind of puts them in the same spot they are in 14. Okay, so enter the. Yeah, and then I was like, oh my gosh, it's to get all the like the weird zombie creatures, whatever they're called, and then the big golems and stuff like that. And then you see in the gears and the chariots and stuff like that. Everything was really cool. I was still kind of bummed about the boss, because the boss was unique for that dungeon. Ask about using runic portals. An assault order, however, you must be carrying a runic portal permit. I can buy one for 200. Yes. But don't worry, as you will have no need for it upon your return. That's right. Okay, so. We're in a portal. Oh, shoot. Not yet. Hang on. I think I still have a thing active. Shoot. Can I return the assault thing? I think I can. Oh, okay, that's done. Want to make sure that I talk to him and do that, yeah. Okay, now I should be able to use it and I won't get yanked back to that assault point, because that's not what I want. Okay, and here we go. Shoot! There we go. Mental note, this place always has double water because you are underwater. I always like the look of this place, the gilded gold and all the stuff here. It looks really cool, honestly. Okay, now take the southeastern, southeast. So the one to the closest to me. All right. Must be closer. Yes. Leave through the gate. Okay, now we're in the wild ruins. Okay, so we run up on this portal. Okay, and then we take the eastern portal. One to the right. Okay, and then we should have a cutscene when we zone in. Or... Yep, we do, because I can't move. Wow, look at this place. Oh, what's that? Tell me everything. Hey now, this is an ancient ruin you have the privilege to be in. Try not to disturb the... This is my first time in an ancient ruin. It's so exciting. Poor old Tatia is stuck in the factory all by herself, but lucky me gets to go out on the field trip with Mr. Gatsad. Well, I'm glad to see that you're taking interest in the past. But if you keep up the ruckus, who knows what sort of unwanted attention you'll attract. Even with us here to protect you, some monster might snatch you away into the shadows. Or even employ mercenaries from Salahim Sentinels to patrol the ruins for dangerous beasts. Many alchemists have fallen prey to the legions of foul creatures that stalk these halls. You know how the moonless nights, when you can hear the roar of the cyan deep echoing through the darkness? That sound is really the wails of all those lost alchemists and their spirits roam the ruins in despair. Rishvi! That's quite enough. The poor child is shaking in fear. Is that really true? Maybe you'll be the first to find out. You're lying. You're just being a big meanie weenie. Amnath, what do you see? Quiet. We're not alone. Oh, hi. It's a me. Oh? Are you here all by yourself? If you want to see the ruins, you should come along with us. Yes, your PFC Wildcat badge marks you plainly. I'm assuming this is your first visit to the ruins. Absolutely benefit you to join our little tour. Giant fish and weird, I think that's a octopus on the glass back there. Or giant starfish, I can't remember. Master Gatsad is about to tell us about the Ozdal civilization. These ruins have so many stories. Redden 56, please come on in. We're getting deeper into Treasures of Aragon. The windows. You wish to learn about the windows? Look at all those fish swimming around in there. I wonder if it happened if the windows broke. Those fish are currently swimming in the waters of the Cyan Deep. We are currently on the bottom of the ocean, looking out at them. Giant anglerfish! Woo! Something right out of Dredge. Those windows are under an incredible amount of pressure from the weight of the water. If the windows were to break, I'm afraid we'd be crushed in an instant. What's that sparkling light all over the glass? I've never seen anything like it. That is the glow of plasma oil. Oh, isn't that the same oil we use in the automatons? That's correct. The windows of these ruins are actually membranes of plasma oil that repel the water of the sea like giant bubbles. You mean it just bounces off? You could put it in that way, yes, but these barriers have been in place for hundreds of years. I highly doubt they'll give away anytime soon. A truly astonishing feat of technology. However, the only reason these membranes hold is due to a constant supply of plasma oil. Someday, this supply must run out, and when it does... Are you trying to scare me too, Master Kassad? I'm not sure I want to stay here much longer. The pillars. Ah, you've touched on an interesting area, but it's not the shape of the pillars that is so fascinating. Any person with a basic knowledge of archaeology would recognize the graceful conical base and fair-looking central column. This design was often seen in the temples built during the reign of Emperor Ozadal, some 900 years ago. The fascinating thing about these pillars lies in the construction itself. There are markings that suggest a degree of rotation and elongation is possible. Why would they make a pillar like that? I wonder the same thing. I theorize that the architects of this structure wanted to incorporate a level of flexibility to compensate for the changes in water pressure. That's pretty clever. Should these technological marvels be understood in the near future, I hope to adapt their use to the field of automaton construction. Mr. Gatsad, I'm going to work really hard on my studies so I can help you. The floor. The floor? Yes, it really is quite fascinating. Oh, I wanted to hear about this. Elegant mosaics on the floor are designed with several different symbols of stones. One might say that these designs are symbolic of the prosperity of the Ozadal dynasty. It's a shame we've lost so many of the arts of that age. What about this shining symbol on the floor over here? I'm sure I've seen this design somewhere before. Dee-dum-dee-dum-ding. Dee-dum-dee-dum. It has a transport device, not unlike the runic burrows currently employed by the Empire. The Ottergon Archaeological Research Institute has deemed these devices safe for use in their continuing investigations. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. So they still work even after 900 years? Yes, a curious fact. The AARI has been diligent in their efforts to remove all traces of dust and crime as they work through the ruins, but have not attempted any maintenance. There simply hasn't been a need. It's as if these ruins have been frozen in time. Not merely in appearance, but in all of its functions. I love mysteries. I bet the ruins were just waiting for us to rediscover them. You could be right, Abda Lurabda. I think that's enough for one day. Time to return to the workshop. What? Already? We just got here. We can't have poor Tatia minding the place all by herself, now can we? I suppose not. But you'll bring me here again, right? I promise. Rishvi, would you mind escorting young Rabda back to Alzabi? Aren't you coming with me? Not just yet. I have some things to discuss with this mercenary. Well, okay. See you later. Gives the idea of a very young Taru. Someone who's like in his teens or 20 or early 20s or something like that. I don't know how Taros handled their time for years and stuff like that. I suppose you're wondering why I asked you to stay. As you can see, I'm also an alchemist affiliated with the Ottergon Archaeological Research Institute. I often have cause to visit the ruins in this manner. Have you figured out why the AARI's true purpose is here in these ruins? The conservation of cultural heritage? The research of ancient civilization? These are merely facades. The truth of the matter is, our organization is under orders from the Empress to locate the missing astral incandescences. The missing astral incandescences? Yes, the incandescence held in Alzabi is not the only one in existence. How much do you know about the astral incandescences, Jedith? Not so much. The astral incandescence is a natural treasure that is set upon the astral plinth within Alzabi's Hall of Binding. Known as the astral wind, the infinite energy of the astral plane flows from this treasure, uplifting the Empire's citizenry and granting them courage. It is the source of the Empire's prosperity. And yet the incandescence is also the catalyst for unending conflict, as the beastmen hurl themselves against our defenses time and again in an effort to claim it. We receive the blessings of the incandescence at the price of peace. The astral incandescence was originally brought into the city to halt the spread of the Bestokian blight in the Empire. The Emperor at the time hoped to ease the suffering of his people and his nation. There's more than one incandescence. There are a few that are aware of this fact. Through the research of various ancient texts and relics, we have verified the existence of 4 other incandescences. If we can find but these missing treasures, there may be a chance to end this futile conflict. That is the aim of the AARI. What do you say, Jeth? Will you aid us in our search? You wonder why I know your name? It is not so surprising. I was the one who sent the request to Salahim Sentinels asking you to patrol the ruins. It seems the immortals stationed at the staging points have taken a liking to you. Your name was at the top of the list of candidates. Jeth, if we can find these missing incandescences. Ottergon, no, the entire Horagia continent may know the paradise of peace once again. And to be an astral compass. That astral compass will lead you to a incandescence. But be warned, this device is not set to respond to faint astral waves. The astral wind that blows from the incandescences reaches far across the land, even if it weakens in intensity. Picking up these waves could help little in pinpointing a location, so you'll only receive a response when you are close to the source. I'm sure you can see why your position as a mercenary with duties across the continent. will prove invaluable. I ask that you carry the astral compass with you at all times. Ah, yes, the device has been constructed to ignore the emanations from the incandescence in Balzab. You have your mission. The future peace of the Near East is riding on your success. One more thing, Jedith. Do not reveal my position as the chief of the AARI. We should not even acknowledge each other on the street. I vow my quiet existence in the automaton shop. Ooh. Sneaky, sneaky, quiet. Mum's the word. I'm not. Omnov. Tell the Grand Vizier that the bell has been set. Understood. The bell has been set, but when will it be told to ring? Astral Compass! So we have something like this in Final Fantasy XIV. It's meant to get the astral currents, I think. And that allows you to fly. A compass that detects powerful astral emanations and displays the location on a map. An improved version of the crystal compass created by the Imperial Alchemist Guild. All right. Now, it says we need to return. I have no idea how to do that. I think I can piece it out though. So now we go here, and I need to go to Isle Island, so the one to the left. And then we just walk back to the staging point, and off we go. I remember being horrified of this place back in the 75 era. Now it's just kind of intriguing. Enter the gate. We return. Document on the desk bears the bark of the two-headed serpent. Probably a bad idea. So, are you just going to stand there, blocking out my light? You want to know what this document is all about? You really are stretching my patience. The document was sent by the Oregon Archaeological Research Institute, the same organization that requested your mercenary services. Why do you think they sent this? I have no idea, actually. Don't play the innocent with me. Money? Don't get funny with me, mister. Aquaba. Yes, ma'am. Read out private second-class Jet's mercenary attendance record. Since leaving to carry out the request from the Oregon Archaeological Research Institute, Private Second-Class Jedith has not returned to report a single detail of his mission to President Naja. That is all. Let's hear your explanation, Jedith. You say you went to the undersea ruins as requested? Are you telling me that you ignored company regulations and made a report to the palace before returning to your beloved president? So, knowing the consequences, you acted independently and above your lowly station of mercenary pawn? What's the world coming to? If the palace finds out I can't even control my own employees, I have a reward from the AARI. Let's see how much left is out of your 255 Imperial Gold pieces when I deduct your fines. You better hope the reward covers your infractions. She takes everything, I'm sure. Grand Vizier Razvad, we have awaited your arrival. I have a message from Kassad. The bell has been set on the mercenary. The adventurer from the Middle Lands? Yes, sir. I have good news. Our efforts regarding the incandescences are proceeding according to plan. All the pieces are falling into place. Excellent. We have faith with you that you will not fail us. Your magnificence is too kind. However, we grow tired of waiting. My most humble apologies, Your Magnificence. I beseech your patience a little while longer. Our actions must not draw the attention of our citizens or our neighbors. We are aware of this. It is our wish to see the treasure in the hands of the Empress. Our wishes are the wishes of the Empire. Do not lose sight of that. The age of judgment is at hand. Deal with any who threaten our progress. Sir, Raban! Ah, there's another name. We cannot give free rein to these otherworldly fiends. Otherworldly fiends. Is he talking about ghosts? What else could it be? Wonderful. It appears our dreary days in the palace will soon be at an end. Uh-huh. Can't you show a little bit more enthusiasm? Huh? Oh yes, wonderful. Our main objective is to make them to think the condensances are our primary concern. Ghosts are certainly more interesting than this endless speculation about the condensances. Grand Vizier, we wish to know more about these spirits returning the plague to plague the living. The ghosts? I would not wish to trouble Her Magnificence with mere rumors. Be that as it may, you will tell us more. The Empress knows more than she pretends. Your Magnificence, in recent years, the rumors concerning the appearance of spirits and a ghost ship menacing the waters of the Cyan Deep have become more and more frequent. Immortals believe many of these rumors is to stem the activities of the Lamia. Don't skip ahead, back to the ghost ship. Yes, the ghost ship. It bears the name of a famous shipwreck known as the Ashu Talif. Continue. Yes, Your Magnificence. While I must stress that these stories are merely the rumors of the townspeople, there have been a strange twist to the tale. It is said that the true name of this ghost ship is really the Black Coffin, pirate ship of the lost kingdom of Ephraimah. Pirate ship. We believe these inflammatory rumors to be the work of the Seagull Freightry, the descendants of the kingdom of Ephraim. These rebels have lost their ships and are barely avoiding our grasp. They conjured these heroes from the past to bolster their spirits. It is just... Go on. There are citizens of Ephraimah descent who are poised to join with the rebels. They say Luzov has returned. Preposterous. Luzov perished with his kingdom over 200 years ago. We would know the truth behind this ghost ship. Oh! Your Magnificence, we cannot mobilize Imperial troops on the basis of mere rumor. If you are unwilling to shoulder this task, Puppet Master, you will solve the mystery of this ghost ship. What? We accept this task. How can we refuse a direct request from the Empress? But Your Magnificence, I do not think that This is no longer your concern. I wish I had a funny voice for the automaton, but I have none. We shall recruit assistance from Salahim's sentinels. Afmao, Avjang, we await word of your success. Yes, Your Magnificence. Come along, Afmao. Wait! Grand Vizier, it is the will of the Empress. But do not let them out of your sight. Putting off a direct order, 11 Imperial gold pieces. For ignoring company regulations, 7 Imperial gold pieces. For forgetting the company motto, 3 Imperial gold pieces. For concealing your actions, 6 Imperial gold pieces. For disrespecting your president, 9 Imperial gold pieces. For making me repeat myself, 15 Imperial gold pieces. Which comes to a total of 255 Imperial gold pieces. You're lucky you didn't go into the red. But there's definitely something fishy going on here. It's mighty strange to have the reward arrive before you did. Might be worth looking into this. I don't like being manipulated, even if it is by the Empress herself. Time to remind the Empire that the Wildcat has claws. I think that's going to be it for tonight. That was a lot of talking. My throat's getting a little sore, and it's a wonderful stopping point. So, we have to wait an entire game day, which is another hour. I think we came back just at the beginning of a new game day, so we'd be waiting an hour anyway. And we're at the time of our hour. So, I believe what we are going to do is we're going to go hop ourselves into the Mog House, and we will be done. In the meantime, between streams, I'm probably going to do a little bit more assault stuff, as well as getting our Mog Locker expanded, because it probably starts at, I think it starts at 30 slots or something like normal, and you get up to the 80 as well. That involves giving a bunch of Imperial pieces to someone specifically. I don't think I have enough to fully expand my locker as of yet, because you have to get a bunch of gold and you have to get a few mithril, and they're expensive. A silver's 200 by itself. Gold's probably 1,000. I only have like 10, the equivalent of like 10, maybe 11,000 credits, so I don't have enough for it. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and stop here in Ottergon. I'm very intrigued right now. I would say this is a better story than the ones before we did. Than the ones we've done before. There, let me get it out correctly. So, we will be back to this game on Friday, and we will continue on with Treasures of Ottergon. We're in full force here. So, there's also content here that we will eventually unlock. I believe it's one of the contents, it's actually diving in through the ruins itself, and it's where you can get a mythic weapon. Or at least the starting. So at some point we'll be able to do the mythic weapon skill quest. We'll do that on stream. You basically have to go get a weapon from the Nigel ruins, the Azadal undersea ruins, and you have to gain weapon skill points with it to unlock it. And then you will eventually use that weapon to make the full mythic weapon. which we might do for Samurai. I don't know. It's not one of the big ones for Samurai, but I kind of want to do all the Relic and Mythic weapons, even if that's a giant pain in the butt, because that was always something I wanted to do. Even if they're not worth doing for like late end game stuff, because apparently some of them are not particularly good, I still kind of want to, because it's a bragging right. And honestly, that's something I wanted to do when I first played, and then I realized I kind of was not having fun with the game because, you know, didn't have all this quality of life stuff. So, anyway, tomorrow we are going to be getting back into Hard Space Shipbreaker. I'm also excited about that game too, honestly. It's such fun to take apart these ships and learn new stuff, and so we're going to go be doing that. And who knows where it'll take us. But I ended up doing a little bit of a free play today, and it threw me into the deep end. It threw me into ships that had all kinds of stuff in it. So I was like, okay, I know kind of what's going to happen eventually, but it was far too complicated because it didn't explain anything going into the free play. So it had a bunch of systems and mechanics I didn't understand and didn't know how to deal with. So we'll eventually get into that in the game. So tomorrow night, Shipbreaker, we're going to be getting in, and we're going to continue on from our tutorial stuff and our beginning work. I believe we just unlocked the tethers, so we will now be getting into further stuff and getting from novice into beginner rank, which will be wonderful. Friday, we'll come back to this, and we'll continue on with our missions in Treasures of Argon. I'm also going to keep an eye on when we kind of unlock new content for Treasures of Argon, so I can kind of start doing that. But I think it's fine. Okay. Just looking at the community guide, it looks like you want to have the Empyrean weapon, which is currently stalled at the moment because I have to wait until I get into Wings of the Goddess to get to the next Notorious Monster that's there for that. Yeah, and then Aeonic weapon as well as the Prime weapon, which I haven't even looked into. I don't know what the Prime weapon actually is, but I've heard Aeonics are like the last big thing. Anyway, but yeah, that's kind of what we're going on with that. So I really do appreciate it here. Lost Mooney is the main one, but it'll be a long grind. It's going to be a long grind. Yep, I'm fully aware. Yeah, but thank you so much for dropping in, Seth, and thank you for the bronze pieces. I really do appreciate it. That's wonderful, and allow me to have some time with that. I don't know what I'll store inside in the locker, but I'll stick something in here. Anyway, so yeah, I would like to thank you guys for coming in and watching. I do appreciate it. I really do. I hopefully, if you haven't caught me on the streams, I hope you do have a chance to do it sometime. I'm always on in the evenings, pending further notice. So please come in if you see me there, lurk, chat, whatever floats your boat. If you really like watching my content, go ahead and give me a follow here on Twitch. You'll be able to see when I come online. If you're feeling particularly generous, and I hope you are at some point, because we are moving into the holidays in the next month, go ahead and drop a sub like or something like that. Give me a little bit of money to help support the stream. That will go back into the stream and stuff. I've got ideas and things that I just really need to get on top of for the stream, so kind of working our way into that. If you aren't able to catch my streams, you can always go to the YouTube channel, my YouTube channel archive, and I load up the raw VODs there. And sometime in the future, maybe I'll do some edited down versions, some bite-sized content. So that's currently not anywhere on the agenda, but there's something to potentially do in the future. But yeah, I wanted to thank you guys again for being here. I do appreciate it. I hope to see some new people that showed up in Shipbreaker last night into the Final Fantasy streams and vice versa. So if you have a chance to come see me, please do. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and sign out now. So thank you for being here. You're halfway through the week. You're getting there. And I hope you're enjoying the autumn times and the nice weather jackets and able to enjoy like hot drinks and stuff like that. So anyway, have a good night. Take care. Stay safe. And I will see you guys next stream. Until then, so long.